Ladies and gentlemen, we are wrapping up an interesting day. Today is Thursday, May 21st, 2026, and it is 6:33 p.m. I've got my blue light glasses on, and I'm about to go to bed. Like, literally right after this video. This is the last thing that needs to get done today is the video. So my plan is to get to sleep around like 7:15 and then wake up around 3:15, 3:30. That way we'll have a full 8 hours of sleep and be able to get up and after it with a fresh brain tomorrow, and then be able to like go to sleep really early on Friday night, wake up, get after it on Saturday, and really like snap back into the schedule. Because honestly, I don't know, like yesterday's video was literally filmed in the ER. I mean, ER is like obviously a really big term, but it was that's where I was. They had an allergic reaction to some peanut butter balls yesterday, which definitely had more nuts in them than peanut. Other than because if they didn't, then I probably wouldn't have been in the emergency room in anaphylaxis. But anyways, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I got back to the apartment around like midnight, went to sleep, woke up at 6 so we could get after it. And then today, this morning, my brother and his friend were getting up right around that same time. So didn't end up getting right into the work. Decided to spend the morning with them, hanging out, talking, having a good time, which is always worth it. Being able to spend time with family, putting that first as opposed to second, has been a very big takeaway over the last year, just in some of like the holidays that I've been back for, just working through those holidays and not ending up in a position that we wanted to be in, just from like going home, working, not hanging out with anybody, and not having a good time, which we want to be having a good time, and we don't want to be getting behind with work. So it's like putting family first and then being able to work from a recharged state afterwards. So ended up taking my brother and his friend to the airport to pick up their rental car. They're doing like a road trip around the West Coast, which I think is pretty cool. Came back, and then I went over to the diner nearby my apartment today, and I basically wrote the entire playbook for script writing. Able to see this over there. There's a lot of big text on here. I wrote it by hand, and we're going to be wiring that up into a proper playbook tomorrow morning around 3:30 a.m. But that, like, the big heavy lifting of the brain was done at a diner today over the course of like 3 hours, which I thought was pretty cool. And then after that, came back and had a call with one of my coaches, and then had an end of day call with my EA, who's been getting so much done, and I've been loving it, been crushing it. Then after that, ended up grabbing some food and just took care of a couple video reviews that were looming overhead that need to get done today. And now I'm planning the day out for tomorrow, finish up the video and making sure that we get a much needed 8 hours of sleep. I don't know if I've ever been this tired at 6:30 and like ready for bed, but that's what's going on today. Yeah, not exactly how I planned the last 2 days to go, but just want to pop in with a quick update. We'll be freshening up tomorrow as well with a shave, a good 8 hours, good workout in the morning, and a full, that'll be like a 15, 16 hour day of work straight tomorrow, which I always like those honestly charge me more than the days where I'm not working. It's a weird paradox, but I'm totally down for it because it means we get work done. So I'm gonna pop off here. I hate that this was a low energy video, but we need to show up regardless of how we feel and make sure that the efforts compound, even if those efforts aren't 100% of what our potential is, but 100% of what we're capable of putting in for that time period. I think it's better than putting up a totally empty frame. Sometimes we'd rather have knocked 3 pins down than just skip the frame in bowling. So this is my attempt to pop in, make a video regardless of how we feel, and my attempt to replenish the body of its neglected sleep recently will be right after this. So we're going to see how quickly we can bounce back from the experience yesterday and continue making shit happen. Let's go.